Capricorn, and welcome to your love relationship reading. This is particularly for Capricorns who are not in a relationship. I'll do the couple ones later. And you've drawn quite a fascinating set of cards, Capricorn, actually. I've had to pull 2 additional guidance cards because I couldn't get any clarity on a couple of them. But so this reading is about what might be preventing you from moving on, Capricorn. What's preventing love coming into your life? What attitudes need to be changed? What needs to be cleared? That sort of thing. So where you're at emotionally is the 3 of Swords as you enter December. Don't worry, the reading gets a lot better. But where you are emotionally, this is saying to me, this is what past hurts, Capricorn, that is pierced you to the core. So there's that sense of being restricted, that sense of entering December for many Capricorns with your heart feeling quite broken, feeling sorrowful, just past losses basically still hanging around, because if you see, the clouds are behind but the heart is still pierced, which actually makes sense. That makes sense of what's preventing love coming into your life basically, because it's generally past heartache or past grief, and you've got both cards. So again, I couldn't get any clarity around this card. This was about what lessons you've had to learn, and I can understand in some ways you've had to learn to go within, to get those waters calm. As you can see, the waters are really calm behind her, so you've had to learn clarity. But it's more than that. There was something Capricorns haven't wanted to see. That's what I'm getting. What you needed to learn was to take the blindfold off, to look at the past hurts, to see what was... it's almost you've had to take this blindfold off and to look at the reality of the situation that some of you have gone through. I pulled the Queen of Wands with her, with this card, traditional guidance card. And I can understand that a bit more. And the Queen of Wands is about personal power. It's about empowerment. She's so magnetic. She's so attractive. And the Queen of Wands is the most popular queen generally because she's been there. She's been to those places and she's learnt her lessons, basically. And she's such an empowered queen. So I'm much preferring this card as your lesson, because it's in what you've had to learn is about personal empowerment and transformation. And this queen has transformed herself, and that's what the black hat means. And she's got that humanity about her. It's someone who's been there. She's learnt her lessons and she's transformed herself. So this might mean different things for different people. Maybe some people have had a heartache that they didn't want to see, but for others have had to learn about personal empowerment, to transform those old wounds, basically, and become empowered and magnetic. Just all those wonderful Capricorn qualities, basically. So again, and the actions that have needed to be taken are the 5 of Cups. I think the past grief has to be let go of, and I really don't mean that. I really don't mean that rude. I really get. I'm Capricorn ascendant. I think there's a moving on that needs to happen. For any of you who've gone through a big loss, I think those cups need to be looked at. That cloak needs to be taken off. Those cups behind need to be picked up, and you just need to walk towards a new life that's there for you. Basically, these past losses have to be grieved and they have to be let go of. And I really don't mean that, I'm a full alive human being. I've got these past hurts as well. What you need, the attitude you need to develop is that sense of those cups are gone, but there's some standing, and I'm going to pick up those ones. I'm going to look behind me and see what's there. Very interesting reading. Now, your advice is the High Priestess. Trust yourself. I'm sure you pulled this for your December reading. Yeah, I mean you did. It's about trusting yourself. It's almost a High Priestess knows everything. It's about meditation. It's about accessing your inner power and your inner knowing. Such an empowered, very much like the Queen of Wands. I mean, different, but the Queen of Wands has healed her wounds. And the High Priestess it's also, the High Priestess is also about the subconscious mind. So it could be about, it's about changing those programs and changing those patterns. Those patterns of, for example, good never happens to me. It's about learning to go within and reprogram. And your outcome, if you do that, is the Lovers. And you got the Justice card. You pulled two. It keeps happening. You pulled two stuck together. And I'm glad, because that Justice can mean anything. Well, some readers say it means anything. It doesn't to me. It means, to me, this card means what you're waiting for is about to manifest. But I didn't want to, but stuck with it was the Lovers card. But you know what, Capricorn? This is the outcome of you can go in and learn to change this programming. Because the High Priestess is all about changing how we are programmed. That programming of, I'm not good enough, life never happens to me. That's what needs to be transformed. Because co-creation is your additional guidance card. And I don't want this to be too wacky a reading, because it's becoming quite a wacky reading. This reading is about personal empowerment and changing that place so deep within us, because that's what the High Priestess ultimately is. She's got multiple meanings, but in this particular position, about what needs to be transformed is your inner programming, basically. And I'm sorry if that's really abstract, but you know what I have to do in all areas of my life. I've had to do it around money a lot recently, and just so many good things on YouTube around it. But your outcome is pretty outstanding, really. If you're willing to go within and do the work. And if anyone can do the work, it's you, Capricorn. Anyone. You're the sign who's got. That's why you're the spiritual sign, because you're the ones who can go the distance, and to do that changing. Now, I'm sorry if this was an abstract, strange reading. I can never change it. I always have to work with what I'm given. And my advice is I'd go within, I'd do that clearing of all those old messages, because you got very similar December reading, didn't you? Okay, Capricorn, I'm going on a bit. I wish you all the best. This is a really powerful reading. If you send me a message, I'll always send you one back. If you want more clarity, because it might be a little bit confusing, just message me and I'll message you back. Okay, Capricorn, thank you. Bye.